In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a cinemagraph. Cinemagraphs are very similar to GIFs, but the one difference is it's basically a still photo with only one or two elements in it that are moving. So today I'm going to walk you through how to make your own cinemagraph in Photoshop. So first you have to actually capture the footage and get the shot that you want. You can spend some time planning and stylizing your shoot. I went for something very simple in this very room. You want to make sure that you get multiple different takes of this shot just so you have some options to work with. The key factor here is you have to use a tripod. Even if you're not capturing yourself in the cinemagraph and you just want to get a cityscape or something, you have to use a tripod to make sure that the camera angles and the movement of the camera itself doesn't throw anything off. Once you shoot your video and have your footage, you open Photoshop and then you go to Import Video Frames to Layers. This is going to open a separate window with your footage in it, and in that you'll be able to see a little timeline where you can select and trim your video. Make sure that you import the smallest selection possible with the least amount of frames. If you ended up importing the entire video, you would have thousands upon thousands of frames to work with, and it would most likely slow down your computer. Once you have your video properly trimmed, you can open it up in Photoshop and then continue to delete frames and layers. So you can see there's a little timeline underneath the image here displaying all of the separate frames to your video. This video is imported as both frames and layers, and the layers can be seen on the side. Before I go in and adjust any frames or layers, I'm going to crop the cinemagraph a little tighter and just make sure that it is the exact framing that I want. Just going to play this a few times through. You want to continue to trim this down to only the essential frames and layers that you need, but you do have to make sure that when you delete frames, you also have to delete the corresponding layers. Once you have only the essential frames that you need for your cinemagraph, duplicate the layer that you want to act as the still photo. For me, I just chose the last frame of the shot. From here, you can create a layer mask and just start brushing over the parts of that layer that you want to be erased so the motion can actually show through. The more precise you are with this portion of the process, the cleaner and the better your cinemagraph will come out looking. I'm just going to hit play here and watch this a couple of times through. Once you're happy with how your cinemagraph looks, hit export and then click Save for Web. The important things to note in this window are that both GIF and Loop Forever are selected. Once you make sure those settings are in place, you can choose the location and title your cinemagraph whatever you want, and then just hit save. Congratulations, you just made a cinemagraph. Cinemagraphs are so weirdly enchanting, and there's so much room to just flex on your creativity. I know I'm going to be making a whole bunch more, and if you decide to follow this tutorial and end up making some cinemagraphs for yourself, make sure to tag us. I will leave our social media around the screen somewhere. I would love to see how your projects turn out. Thanks for watching, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time.